This first story here comes to us from Liberatus Masculus, and it's called Which Way to Jump. Greetings, gentlemen. You may or may not read this during one of your streams. No lie, your content has helped me through some rough shiata. Thank you for that. I do appreciate it. If you do read this verbatim on a stream, wait until new tech. Fair warning. Don't tell me what to do. I'm writing because I think that there are a fornication ton of people like me. Did the right thing, did the college, did the mirage, the kids, had honor, stand-up dude, got sucked into the divorce court industry, lost so much, not just money, but my give a shit is fucked up beyond repair. I find myself in a soy society that arrests a dude on the word of a psycho female. No shit, I believe it was in Michigan. Psycho calls the cops, claims she was sexually assaulted, and attempted kidnapping. Gives them the description of a guy in a pickup that she had seen once. They never even talked to each other.
Wow.
Dude spends 30 days behind bars, comes out to find it was all bullshit. Last I heard, she was facing some jail time. Yeah, I'm sure she got a wonderfully.
Yeah, and I would sue the county. I would try to take the cops, the prosecutor, the city. I'd sue everyone.
Yep.
And we need to start doing that.
Yeah, women who claim that that it's a rapé culture and they don't come forward because they're afraid of not being believed. Bullshit.
Well, first of all, what you should not be arresting people on a he said she said without evidence.
Hell no, let alone throwing them in jail for 30 days.
Here's the thing: you get arrested on a he said she said. There's no evidence. Go after the cops. Go after the city. Go after the county. Go after the fucking state civilly,
right,
and ask for big damages. Because if enough people do this, they'll have to fucking stop.
Yep. Ugh. And remember, don't just sue the city. You need to go after these attorneys and judges and everybody in civil court.
Everyone.
Fuck them individually. Because if you just sue the city, you're going after the taxpayers. That's why they do this shit, because they're not really held accountable for it. Not in a way that really sends the point home.
Oh, and listen, and another thing, I would sue that chick as well for damages. And I would make sure she wouldn't get a fucking tax return for the rest of her life.
Absolutely. Bye-bye, honey.
Yep.
In the chat, there was a question. Where is Dave? He went back to doing some exercise teaching. I think he's teaching yoga or some shit like that.
Gig.
He'll be back in 2 weeks.
And we will fuck with him hard.
Yep. No. Hey.
Listen, everyone. Everyone in the regiment gets fucked with. Sorry.
Just saying. Phrasing.
Yeah, you're right.
Fuck with him difficultly. He continues, meanwhile, this dude's complete life is fucked.
That's right.
Lost his house, wife filed for divorce, kids taken by CPS, and with the media doing its typical shite, nothing about how they were wrong. I believe he deleted himself, and the women complain, why don't men approach us anymore? Oh, the hell with you. That's why, you friggin' slurs. Like the gals that got one slipped by the goalie and come to find out the poor bastard who's paying for everything isn't the genetic donor. I fucking hope that the mandatory DNA test at birth law that Tennessee has goes national. I get the nature of whammon. It's been like that forever. As a dude pre-internet, you had to have a decent car, an apartment, job, could tell a joke, general being a decent human, could flirt a bit, nothing serious, and we both had a good time with it. Now, F that. I ain't saying shit. I ain't doing a wink smile. Nothing or no gal out there. It's not like they're going to sign decent women. It's not like they got a sign that says decent women that appears over their head, If I need it that bad, fuck it, I'll go rent it. At least it would be an honest deal. Cheaper, too. None of this 3 dates and maybe get a sniff. Would be easier, would be safer as well. Don't think that a pro would call the cops with a claim of harassment or worse. Now, you'd be surprised about some of these ladies nowadays. Add in that the process of becoming RP'd about the current crop of whammons, I'm also getting RP'd about the rest of those lying sons of biatches that deserve a special place in hell. In banking, the food industry, sickness management, a.k.a. healthcare, Wall Street, the justice system, the gooberment. I'm like Battle Dwarf. Don't screw with me. Leave me alone. The powers that be can't stand that, though. From the county level on up to the feds, some faceless, unelected paper pusher feels the need to justify their entire worthless existence by pushing regs and the Constitution be damned. Or they're in it to get their palms greased like them fuckers at the FDA/CDC. Seriously, it needs to become a face the wall, please environment. I know I sound harsh. Face the wall, please, for some of them. For some of them, it's like To Catch a Predator and have a seat right here. Because most of these people, there's a reason why they're coming for your kids now.
Yeah.
Emphasis on coming. All right. Just saying. They're disgusting. They're so used to that they've become so accustomed to the entitlement of their own dominion over their surroundings and the people that they know that they just feel entitled to your kids.
Yeah.
And the only thing that's going to stop them is you. Just saying.
Yeah. Or a few kapowis.
And little cordless pew-pews.
Mm-hmm.
Peepees and pew-pews.
Like back in the day, before they feminized all the men in the West, you didn't dare fuck with a man's kids.
No. Now, like, the top level dudes have a testosterone level like 30% lower than the dudes of like 40 years ago.
Correct.
It's all the shit they're putting in our food. It's the shit they're putting in our water. Get away from it, as far away from it if you can. Ugh. I know I sound harsh, he says. I don't have any hard feelings against my fellow countrymen. They're out there doing what they can to get by. It's those asshats that have taken advantage of my trust and our trust for what? To meet a bean counter's projections for a quarterly profit statement through outsourcing, have my own retirement funds used against me, BlackRock, State Street, Vanguard, etc. What the fuck? To be faced with inflation that is sucking the purchasing power out of this fiat currency right into the toilet? These greenbacks, which, did you know that they had to pass a damn federal law to make them legal? No shit, gentlemen. Even using their own fucked with numbers, $31.17 now has the same purchasing power as a single dollar in 1913.
Wow.
That's what you call an order of magnitude of inflation. And it's not our fault. It's government's fault. They are always the problem, never the solution. It's far worse than that, he says. If deficits don't matter, then why are we paying taxes? Oh, yeah, it's that scam that they did back when the Fourth Central Bank of America was founded. Indeed, this country is on its fourth of those. Mm-hmm. The last three, well, let's just say torches, pitchforks, extreme chiropractic adjustments happened. In all honesty, I'm surprised that after the 2008 real estate debacle, which was caused by Billary changing the requirements for a mortgage, that certain people in certain places in the Wall Street financial area didn't get deleted. Like not having a say where the taxes collected from me gets spent. National defense, okay. Interstate system.
Oh, hang on.
Okay.
Not only did they not get deleted, they got a pass.
Yep. They got bailouts.
Yeah, fuck.
Thanks, Obama. Postal service, that's fine too. To have it go to certain eugenics business or to grant someone putting religious symbols in containers of human urine and calling it art? Or what about the study looking at the sexual behavior of, I think it was slime molds? The fuck?
Yep.
I envy those guys that are together enough to go and find more personal liberty somewhere else on this planet. What these cheese graters don't realize is the economic impact these young bucks are having by leaving and going somewhere else and staying there. I would surmise that the growth of Southeast Asia economically outside of South Korea and Japan has a great deal to do with these young bucks finding their own slice of personal liberty and capitalizing on it with starting and running businesses that is creating generational wealth for their families. Here, if you want to do that, good luck. More young bucks are going galt. I don't blame them.
Yep.
Why? For what good reason should I support those who live off my income without doing a lick of real work themselves? By real work, I mean something that actually provides value and not just the shuffling of papers. And that's why, sidebar, Democrats have always been and will always be the party of slavery. Because if you keep insisting that things that require somebody else's labor are human rights,
that's exactly
you want slaves.
And now, in regards to the paper pushing thing, there are people out there who do push paper that do bring a lot of value.
Yes.
I knew a couple guys in the New York VA system who that's all they did was process claims. And you call them on the phone, leave a voice message. They would call you back, probably maybe not that day, but within 2 or 3 days. And they're like, all right, this is what's going on. All right, we got to unfuck this. Do you have any? You need to cover these dates. Do you have anything in your records? If so, here's my fax number. You're like, okay, you just get them the shit. You go, all right, you're good to go. I'm sending your claim up. Boom.
Boom. Done and done.
Yeah. But, that guy was worth his paycheck. The other ones are like, well, you got to call Randy at this guy. And then you fucking wind up in phone jail going from person to person because they don't want to do their fucking job. And
that's pretty much how it is, too.
Yeah. Fuck those guys. Fire them all.
Yep. Son of a bitch. Anyway, he continues, being torn between staying and sacrificing even more than me and my genetic line already have. I have ancestors that fought in and sometimes died in every conflict from the Revolution to Vietnam. My first above-board job was when I was 12, and I've been working ever since. That hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions, stolen from me via 3-letter agency decree.
Yep.
And getting my shit together and getting out is where I'm at. Kids grown, no chance for grandkids, no close nieces or nephews, no parents to take care of, older sisters that are pretty much set for their twilight years, and there isn't any inheritance coming in my direction. Have a former spouse that's getting Alice isn't horny anymore money, like that matters. I think it would be really funny if the wage garnishment she got the courts to throw on me, even being 100% compliant, was paid in dongs. I doubt that she would appreciate the irony.
Well, actually, if you become a permanent resident in another country, just quit fucking paying.
Send her a bunch of dongs.
Just go suck a dick.
Mm-hmm.
Not doing it.
Yeah, you know what you do? You move to another country. You tell the family court system to go fuck itself, and then you go to one of those places that can actually make a like a casting and do like a glass blowing, no pun intended, version of your cack, and then you mail that back to the ex whore.
There you go.
Be like, there you go. You can smash it. You can do whatever you want with it, but you can never unsuck it.
Yeah, and you're going to see in the next 5 to 10 years, the government starting to panic because of the reproduction rate and the marriage rates.
We're headed down the same path that made China develop the Yahoo.
Yeah.
Because they have their demographic time bomb is a powder keg waiting to blow.
Yeah,
and it was because of their stupid 1-child policy. Now they're up to a 3-child policy, and the dudes in China still aren't jumping.
They don't want to have kids. They're like, why would I do that?
You can get fucked.
And when you look back at history, every empire, kingdom, civilization, whatever you want to call it, has a glut of single men. You wind up with extreme violence.
There you go.
And there you have it.
Yep. All up in the butt. Last couple paragraphs here. I have a doggo, and that's the only living being that is dependent on me. I once heard it expressed that the relationship between a person and a country could be likened to a romantic relationship. If you are in an abusive relationship, why stay? Get out. In many ways, that's spot on. Think of this. At any time, one of these misbegotten 3-letter agencies can change a regulation or rule, and I'm fucked up the dickhole with no lube, and I can't do shit about it because I don't have the millions of dollars it would take to get through the courts. Same deal with the state level and with the country level. Lawfare at its finest. Meanwhile, scumbags go free. Women are having babies for the government using my taxes to subsidize it. So for now, I'm going to keep on keeping on. I still haven't made up my mind on staying or going. I do have that blue book, though. I'm about Pop's age, which means staying out of the way if and when freedom seeds are released. No long-range hole punchers to speak of and no place to go that's out of the way. I'm kind of hosed at the moment in that regard. The years leading up to and including the divorce, I'm still digging out of that financial hole. Thank you for the content. Signed, Old Country Boy.
I hope you're not paying permanent Alice isn't horny anymore money.
That would suck.
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't pay it. I wouldn't do it. And then they throw me in jail. And at some point they let me out. And then things would happen.
Yep. There you go.
I'm sorry.
Things would happen.
Uh-huh. Listen,
I'm not saying what.
And listen, there are millions upon millions of men out there just like me with a particular set of dangerous fucking skills.
A particular set of skills
that may or may not have been used in the wars that have been going on for the past 25 fucking years.
Do we need to get like a short where you read that speech from Taken, since you've now used that phrase?
Well, it's totally true, though.
I know.
Watch Grunt Speak live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to join Pop for Supporter Sundays, go to redonkulous.com/donate and make a monthly pledge. A link is in the Meat Gazer box.